The Chief, you're having some glasses issues, Chief.
Yep. One of the arms is broken off, but that's all right. We'll survive.
Are you going to be able to box on?
Yep, we'll do it.
How did the live Facebooking go, Juddy?
Look, bit of a double whammy. I've missed out on the hunky-dory dim sims and chips, and I've been talking to punters on Facebook for the last 3 minutes. So.
Get the snorkel to look after you because he does bugger all else. Get him some food around the snorkel. Are we ready to do ship off, Chief?
I'm ready, Jim.
All right, let's hit the sting.
Ship the hell off.
Ship off.
Ship off. Ship off. Find a little boat and ship the hell off. Right, I'm going to kick it off with the Sun Theatre in Yarraville.
Oh.
Coming up on August the 28th.
It's an iconic place.
They're showing The Secret Life of Pets. And on this special day, they're allowing patrons to take in their dogs. Dogs in a cinema, Jim. So they said they're taking every precaution. They're going to have doggy bags for, accidents. They'll leave the side door open if they need to take someone out. Extra cleaning time post-show. It's a room full of dogs together, Jim.
Yes.
It'll end up looking more like Jurassic Park than The Secret Life of Pets when the big ones start savaging some of the little ones. How do you reckon that day's going to go for them? So, Sun Theatre, good luck, but you can ship off.
When was the last time you went to Yarraville, Chief?
I don't know where it is. Worry. Ryan Lochte, Gunnar Bentz, Jack Conger, and Jimmy Thegan.
Yes.
They have an issue, Jim.
Yes.
These are the guys that had a little bit of an altercation, I think, a couple of them. They damaged a service station restroom. I'm led to believe there was another female athlete, a married one involved, and that may have resulted in a blue between them. And then
Hello, Chief.
I haven't heard this bit, Chief.
You're bringing
Ryan-
an extra little dimension into it, Chief?
Ryan came up with a story, apparently told his mum, and she let it out of the bag, and then it came back through the media to him, so he had to back it up, and then he had to get all his mates to back him up. And
Yes.
they did it for a little while until all the CCTV vision showed absolutely nothing going on, and
no.
they were joking and horsing around, and the lid's off, unfortunately. So Ryan, he can take his medals and
Yep.
ship back off
Ship
to
him
the
off.
US, and his
Righto.
mates, they can ship off with him. So, and a couple of Aussies apparently drawn into it all because they had a night out, Jim, and things
did.
didn't go well.
I did.
One of the girls didn't get back, but that's okay because her work was done. She's
Shit.
doing work elsewhere, and
Oh, no.
no, she was out having fun.
Thank you, Chief.
She was partying, is
She
what I'm
was.
saying. And
Which
one of
she's
the other
allowed to do.
blokes, one of the other blokes was found on the beach.
Oh,
Sure, we're not quite sure what sort of nick he was in, but so there's a few athletes that need to be shipped off.
Righto, ship him off.
Now, it's not often I ship off a 68-year-old.
Oh, no.
A 68-year-old by the name of Tamara Samsonova.
Who's that?
That's the Granny Ripper.
Oh. I still don't know.
So she's got a hold of about 11 people over the last 20 years, Jim. And the latest was a 79-year-old friend. And they had a bit of a falling out. And when I say got hold of, I'll give you an example. So her latest 79-year-old friend that she had apparently a falling out with, she drugged her food, cut off her head, boiled it, and then put the remains in the bin.
Oh, no.
So I think Granny Ripper needs to be shipped off permanently. She's just about done, I reckon.
Would have thought.
Can you have sorts like that roaming around?
Wouldn't have thought.
What had she done previously?
What part of the world, Chief?
Well, she's
is
got
she-
11
that?
victims over the last 20 years.
Was that the harshest one?
I'm
Where
not
does she
going into
reside?
detail. Russian. What, not surprised you?
No, less surprised.
Suns coach Rodney Eade starting to get his head around Jager O'Meara leaving. He's come out and said the price for Jager is two top 10 picks.
Ooh.
Hasn't played for 2 years. Just had another knee operation.
Yes.
I think Rocket needs to get a little bit of perspective while he's shipping off.
Shipped your old premiership teammate off.
Now, Jim, you and I are both very fond of cricket, as I think most of us are. But
Yes.
the Australian Test cricket team went to Sri Lanka, ranked the number one Test team in the world.
What the hell?
Came home with their tail between their legs.
Yep.
And just to really put the icing on the cake, they'd lost the first two. They got themselves in a position in the second test. They had them at different stages, 5 for 26 in the first dig. They made 300 plus. They had them 4 for 58 in the second dig. They made 300 plus.
Yep.
And in the end, Jim, we were chasing 324. We got a good start. Warner got a half century. He was off and racing. All out for 160.
I said after being 1 for 100.
Didn't even get halfway.
No.
So I think they can ship off.
Yep. Oh, they deserve a shipping.
And the final one's a little closer
I
to
blame
home.
the fat boy.
A little closer to
Coach.
home.
Yep.
If you listen to the Hot Breakfast, I want you to have a listen to Rosie just having a chat about what happened when they arrived in Rio and Luke Darcy was attended to.
When we arrived at Rio, the very night that we were there, met Diego and Maurizio for the first time, and we're all walking off to the car, and Maurizio starts wheeling both of Darcy's bags, and I have to lug my own.
This is the very, very same Luke Darcy that arrived back from Rio this morning.
Yep.
Not here, Jim.
Not here.
No, not here. He is...
That was Hose Mary, who was on the same flight and was in there this morning.
Correct.
Working on the hot breakfast.
So to the Duke, I just need to summarise his character first. He's an insipid, yellow, lily-livered, cowardly, craven skunk of a string bean. He has no sense of mateship, Jim. Not an absolute skerrick of team ethos.
None.
And I think the simplest way we can state this to Duke is just to say, Duke, you are no longer required. You're done. You may ship off.
Well, I got the real feeling, because I heard a bit of the extended mix of what the Hose Mary was talking to Mick and Ed about this morning. I got the real feeling that they're of a similar mind. Like they've had enough of him.
Had enough of him too.
Yeah, they've just said, well, we don't really need him around.
He's getting carried away with himself.
Where, how?
He thinks he's important.
Where?
Well, maybe where they make big pipes. I don't know. Got to drag something thin through them to clean them, Jim, but... Come on, Duke, make yourself useful. Give us a spell.
Maybe where they make big pipes.
Got to drag something thin through them to clean them, he reckons. Well, I must admit, Juddy, if you've been on what is basically a 4-week junket, which is what he's been on, a couple of times he's obviously savaged the equipment himself, so he hasn't had to do a cross. He just eased his way out into the Rio night. You'd think when you get back to town, you'd probably fire a shot, wouldn't you? You'd turn up.
You've got to make it up, don't you? You've been away for a month, holidaying.
That's it.
And
Holiday.
I think it says a lot about him.
Like, give Ed his due. Ed can pull a junket better than any man I've ever met. But when he gets back, he turns up and he fires up. Duke just turned up and taken the piss.
Well, we know he'll be on the host broadcasters coverage, won't he, tomorrow?
Oh, hello.
I think it follows on beautifully from the Wolfpack suggestion a little earlier on, that we just make a subtle change.